What's up, guys? Thank you for watching. I wanted to upload a video just on a couple things that I think you guys could really use for your benefit when you're trying to lose weight or maintain a healthy lifestyle. There are many things we take for granted throughout everyday life that we don't realize can really help our body perform in a better way and to help us feel and be better mentally and physically every single day. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is stretching. Now, when you guys wake up in the morning after sleeping for X amount of hours, your body hasn't moved. It's been stagnant, stationary in one position, whether you're waking up a couple times throughout the night. Either way, you're going to be sleeping for X amount of hours, and that's going to cause your body to stiffen up. When you wake up, you got to get your blood flowing in some way. Roll out of bed and get some stationary stretches going, get some plyometric stretches going. If you got to run in place, jumping jacks, mountain climbers, drink a glass of water to get your blood flowing, to wake you up a little bit, to lubricate your muscles that haven't been moving for however many hours you were sleeping. There's so many things you could do in the morning to get your blood flowing that I think will really help you guys throughout that day, preventing injury and just feeling better about yourself getting into the day and attacking that day's activities. The second thing I think will help you guys with your body's overall performance is breathing correctly. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Brett, what are you talking about? I'm breathing right now. But at the same time, are you taking full breaths? Do you take full breaths when you breathe? When you are stretching in the morning, it goes with the first thing. Are you breathing while you're stretching? When you're running, are you breathing fully? Throughout the day, are you taking short breaths? Because our oxygen is so important for our body, for muscle growth, for what it takes to have our body be at the best quality it can possibly be. If you're doing yoga, you know what I'm talking about. If you meditate, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not asking you throughout your whole day to go, what's going on, Susan? No, that's not what I want you guys to do. Literally, just take 10-20 minutes to yourself, just sitting there and breathing. Full breaths. All right, for 20 minutes, 10 minutes out of the day will make a huge difference on how you're feeling throughout the day, how you're gonna feel the next day. And just like going to the gym and exercising, doing cardio, you're working out your lungs. It's the same thing with breathing. Why not just take 20 minutes to yourself at your house, sit in a chair in a calm room, throw on some relaxing music, whatever your favorite is, and then just treat it like a workout. Do 4 sets of 10 breaths, and then you can increase it week by week and do more or do less. Whatever you need to do to adjust it to what you're doing that day, do. If you gotta do it in the car while you're driving, if you're commuting, do it during your commute. If you're on your lunch break at work, do it during your lunch break. Do it before the gym. Wherever you can get 10 to 20 minutes of just solid breathing in so you can relax your mind and just sit there, that is so important. I think it's so important mentally, physically for our body, and I think it will really help our body's overall performance with everyday life. Water. We don't drink enough water as humans. Think about how much soda is sold throughout the year. Think about how much crap, sugary drinks are sold in America, and that's not anything our body needs. Unless you're juicing vegetables, fruits, that's a different story, obviously. Things that are juice that could say contains 5% juice, that's not juice, that's 5% juice. That means 95% of that is preservatives, sugar, all those other additives that make that drink tasty because that's what we think we crave. Now, if you're someone right now that's saying, wow, I really don't drink enough water, I drink too much of the other shit, that's okay. You could start now and working more water into your diet to have your body perform better. Our body needs water. It's what nourishes us. It's what hydrates us. It's the best thing we can put in our body as far as a liquid, other than putting in, juice, fruits, and vegetables, stuff that has key nutrients that we need. And if you guys are gonna be getting bottled water, I know it's expensive, but try to get water in glass. Plastic, obviously, has disadvantages. What has happened to that water ever since it got into that plastic bottle? How long has it been in there? What has the water absorbed from the plastic? So these are things that I think about. Call them neurotic, call them crazy, but you're not going to be contributing to all the problems that stem from plastic and the recycling process. I mean, there's so much plastic that goes unrecycled and just is sitting in the ocean somewhere. So I don't want to go into some crazy rant about that, but it's just something to think about when you're drinking water. But nonetheless, drink water throughout the day. You'll feel better, especially if you're someone who's living in a warm climate year round. And my fourth thing on the list is sleeping. Now, I know a lot of you who are watching this right now, you might say, I need money, I need to support a family, I need to put work first. My diet comes second, my sleeping comes third, whatever order, but work first, like Rihanna says, work, 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 work. No. The first people on this earth weren't put here to work 9-to-5 jobs. Unless you're at the top of the totem pole, you're a CEO, collecting the money, whatever it is. If you're high on the list and you're that person, good for you. Pay your people better. Give them more time off. The minimum wage problem is terrible throughout the US. People are sacrificing their mental and physical health, and it beats your body up. But I'm telling you guys that we forget about these things. Sleeping, stretching, breathing, drinking water. We forget about these things because we get caught up in the other activities in life that we think are more important. Work is not more important than your health. So make sure throughout the day, if you need to take a nap after work, nothing special, you don't need to go into an hour nap, you're gonna wake up feeling groggy. You do anything over an hour or two, you're gonna be very tired afterwards. You're gonna wanna keep sleeping, you don't wanna do that. So if you're someone who doesn't get enough sleep throughout the night, make sure you're taking about a 20-minute nap throughout the day at some point, just to really re-energize and recalibrate. Now with that being said, getting more sleep throughout the night shouldn't be a bad thing either. I know people that get 4 hours of sleep and say that they're fine throughout the day. Okay, maybe you're fine, but how much coffee have you had? How many caffeine stimulants have you had? You shouldn't have to wake up every single day and rely on a caffeine stimulant to get you through your day. A lot of people abuse coffee. I enjoy coffee, the taste of coffee, but I don't drink it a lot. I don't like to do too much of it. It dries me out. For the people who don't get that sleep, they rely on these stimulants, energy drinks, coffee, all these things that over the long term could possibly pose negative effects to our health. Now, I'm not telling you if you drink coffee to get scared. There's benefits to having coffee, but how much sugar are you putting in your coffee? Are you mixing it with dairy? Are you mixing it with cream? Don't rely on energy drinks to get you throughout your day. Red Bulls and Monsters, 5-hour energies if you're someone who doesn't get sleep. That's my point. Adjust your sleeping schedule accordingly based on what's gonna help you feel better in the morning, what's gonna help you feel better throughout the day. Don't be a person who relies on something because of something that you're doing wrong. If you're not getting enough sleep throughout the night and you need some type of stimulant throughout the day to keep you awake, go back and find out what the problem is that's causing you to have to rely on that stimulant, and that is where the problem lies, and that's where I want you guys to fix it. So I know it's kind of common to say, get more sleep. You don't want to hear that. I'm someone who enjoyed staying up late. I used to work in nightlife business. I used to MC at clubs. I would be walking in 5 o'clock in the morning and waking up the next day around 12, 11. Looking back on it, I was always groggy the next day. I was always heavy on my feet. When you wake up in the morning, how you feel right there will tell you you're doing something right or wrong from the night before. Sometimes you'll be eating late at night, you'll go to sleep, and I know you can wake up and have a stomach ache, or you could wake up and take a huge shit. I mean, there's just so many things that could give you messages based on what you've been doing in the last 24 hours that could help you with figuring out how to tweak whatever you're doing so your body will feel better. And the fifth and final thing I think we take for granted with our health in order for our body to perform better, for us to feel better mentally and physically, is chewing our food. When you chew your food, do you break that food down with your teeth as much as possible, or are you chewing it in a little chunky then swallowing it? All right, a lot of us have problems with eating too fast. A lot of us have problems with hot food. A hot slice of pizza, that first bite, it's hot as hell. We all know that. We need to be chewing anything that we're having into a puree, literally. The reason juicing and juice drinks have become so popular in the last 20 years is because it breaks down the cell walls of that fruit, that vegetable, that plant so well, so when we drink it, our body's really getting the absolute maximum amount of nutrients we possibly can from that fruit, from that vegetable, whatever it is. But God gave us 32 juicers for a reason. They're called our teeth. Use them when you're eating. If you're someone who's chewing 2 times and then swallowing, think about it. Your stomach's got to break down like a chunk of food, and it's not going to be able to do that. We need to absorb those nutrients that that food possesses and can give us, and by eating it chunky and swallowing it really quick, your body's not going to be able to take the nutrients from that food. It's going to pass right through your system, cause a stomach ache, and you're just going to end up pooping it out. You want to absorb those nutrients. Make sure you're chewing your food to promote the digestion process. So I know these things are common, but I think they just go overlooked throughout everyday life. Things that I know can help you. Someone out there struggling to maintain, lose, or gain weight. Someone out there who's having digestive problems, mentally, obviously, physically as well. But little tweaks of what you're doing throughout every single day life can never hurt. So think about these things, consider them, and let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below for any type of future videos you want to see as well. And for another video, my name is Brett Kapp. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.